The correct time would be 6:30, give or take. Call to order. Karen A. Spranger, Macomb County Clerk, Register of Deeds, would like, on January 10th, 2017, call to order the full board meeting. Let's stand. Item 2, Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Next on the item is roll call. Commissioner Brown.
Present.
Commissioner Carabelli.
Present.
Commissioner Dulé.
Here.
Commissioner Dujay.
Present.
Commissioner Kleinfeld.
Here.
Commissioner Kraft.
Present.
Commissioner Leonetti.
Present.
Commissioner Lucido.
Present.
Commissioner Majak.
Here.
Commissioner Romano.
Here.
Commissioner Sager.
Here.
Thank you. Commissioner Smith.
Here.
And Commissioner Toko.
Here.
Next item is to adopt the agenda. Is there a motion to adopt the agenda?
So moved. Support.
Okay. We have a motion, and I did not recognize.
Motion.
Commissioner, seconded by Dujay. Motion to adopt the agenda has been made by Dorlett and seconded by Dujay. Commissioners, please vote on your iPad. No? Okay.
I vote yes.
Okay. The motion. Okay. The motion passes.
Just for the record, Leon is the first one to break something.
We're still in session, please. Thank you. Item 5, public participation.
Hello, Macomb County Board of Commissioners, Karen Spranger, Macomb County Clerk, and Macomb Board of Commissioners staff. My name is Joseph Hunt, 8306 Stanley, homeowner and taxpayer in the County of Macomb. And I'll speak to the items that are specific on the agenda in this segment. With the election of officers, especially for the chairman and the chair of finance, I find that this is the most imperative appointments that you choose between yourselves. It was a year ago that I was basically reading the 100-page drain code, the Public Act 40 of 1956, and I realized the importance that the chairman of the Board of Commissioners and the chair of the Finance Committee are both statutory members under the drain code that meet with the drain commissioner. As we have a new Public Works Commissioner, and there happens to be a state of emergency here in the County of Macomb regarding the issue in Fraser, the estimated cost in the millions and millions of dollars is going to be something that should be narrowly quantified, and hopefully whoever you elect as your chairman of the Board of Commissioners, as well as the chair of finance, have the bandwidth and necessary time to attend these drain board meetings and basically get a handle on all of the costs that will be coming through, because that's their statutory responsibility. But I'll leave it at that. Thank you.
Is there any other public participation who wishes to speak? Please state your name and
Hello.
city.
Larry Rockham, Macomb County Treasurer. I came here to congratulate all the county commissioners and to congratulate you, Clerk Spanger, and wish you guys the best of luck. I'm the new county treasurer, got elected, very happy to be here, and I just wanted to let you know I'm here to work with you, county commissioners, and the clerk, And anything I can do to help you out, I'm here to serve. So I just wanted to introduce myself. I have my Chief Deputy, Joe Biondo, here, and Joe is also willing to work with you and help you out. I just want to say congratulations to all of you. Thank you very much.
Is there anyone else in the audience who'd like to speak? Please state your name and city. You have 5 minutes to speak.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, Board of Commissioners, Madam Springer, and Mr. Roca. Terry Campion, I live at 19095 Pinecone Drive, Macomb Township. I reside in District 13. My concern addresses agenda item number 9 this evening, approval of the committee assignments. The enormity of the situation in Fraser is pestiferous enough for me to come and speak to this board this evening. It is no surprise that the collapse of our water and sewer infrastructure at 15 Mile Road will financially impact 11 communities of your constituents. Our governor has declared a state of emergency for Macomb County. Our executive slogan of "Make Macomb Your Home" is the last thing a new resident or business might consider, especially in the areas within these 11 communities that will be affected. The taxation that will be imposed on every property owner will be staggering to the point that some may be forced out. However, in the community where I reside, I am more concerned about the overweening move on Chippewa Valley schools to ask the same people who will be affected by the tax imposition for the repair at 15 Mile Road, even though I'm up on 23 Mile Road, by entertaining another $90 million bond to put before the taxpayers here in our school district on May 2nd for technology and more bonding. For this school district to have the audacity now to proceed to increase our school tax to 9.14, one of the highest in Macomb County, is unbelievable, considering that we were promised no new taxes and no more school bonds in 2010. We were imposed a 0.999 or 0.99 mill forced by the state of Michigan because this district is not paying back the bond. My point is here, it is paramount that all local elections of unnecessary bonds, millages, tax impositions being put on any ballot from school districts, municipalities, zoos, art institutes, etc., especially when Macomb County is faced with this untimely crisis and seeking state and federal funding to fix the problem. In spite of what is going on 15 Mile Road, I continue to make Macomb my home up on 23 Mile Road. My husband and I were raised in Fraser. We raised our son in Macomb. We hope to retire in Macomb, but we don't want the fear of being taxed out of our dream home because no one has really been watching what's going on in one corner of this county while something bigger now has occurred in another corner of this county. Folks, I'm going to put it simple. Where I stand in this matter, I want to properly flush my toilet. I want to be able to go and drink clean and safe water from my faucet because I further do not want to be indebted by Chippewa Valley for another $90 million bonds for more building. We're out of money every 6 years. The only thing that needs to be built, in my concern in this county right now, is 15 Mile Road and the problem down there because everybody in 11 other communities is going to be affected. Something needs to be done about stopping Chippewa Valley from secretly holding a special election, and it needs to be stopped at the state level. This should be assignment 1 for this new committee going forth. Thank you.
Is there anyone else who wishes to speak in audience participation? Going once, going twice, 3 times. Item 6. Next on the agenda is the elections of officers. Are there any nominations for the board chair? Kathy?
Madam Clerk, I would like to nominate Bob Smith as Chair of the Board of Commissioners.
Thank you. Bob Smith has been nominated for the board chair. Are there any other nominations? Is there support? What? Just, we're still on the floor for nominations. That's okay. We're ahead. Any more nominations? Other nominations on the floor?
To close the nominations.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
There's a second on the motion to close the nominations. So, there's no other nominations, so I guess it's probably considered to be... We need a motion, okay, that's correct, Commissioner, thank you.
Madam Clerk, I'd like to make a motion to nominate Bob Smith.
Okay,
Appoint Bob Smith, elect.
so Commissioner Bob Smith has been nominated for the Board of Chair. There is a, okay.
Excuse me. We had a motion on the floor to close the nominations and a second to that motion.
We
Was there any
vote on it.
vote on that?
No, there was not. Let's take a vote. Everyone, use your eye. Should we take a vote?
It can be a verbal vote, I think.
Okay, let's take a verbal vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay. Should I repeat the motion? Yes. Motion to elect Commissioner Smith as the board chair has been made by Toko, correct, and support and seconded by Carabelli. Please vote on your iPad. Yeah, we did. Should we do? I feel we need a verbal vote. Brown, Sauger, Drollet.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes. Do we have a tally? I don't see the pop-up.
We have enough yes, we have all yeses and there were no no votes.
Okay. We have confirmation, all yes votes and no no. Congratulations, we do have a new chairperson, Commissioner Bob Smith.
Thank you, everybody. First, I would like to just explain to everybody in the audience what's going on here. Tonight is the first night of our system where we are learning how to vote electronically. We did a little test session on it earlier, and it's been going very well, except for a few little glitches, as you can tell. I just want you to understand that those will be worked out, and that's what's going on up here. I don't think Brown, well, maybe Brown was taking his time on voting, but other than that, we're just having a little problem, just so you understand why this is taking so long. Next, I want to thank my colleagues for their support and placing their trust in me. I'm honored and humbled by your votes. I appreciate it very much. I'd also like to thank Dave Flynn and Kathy Vosberg, who are our former board chairs, who have even though they're not here, I'd like to thank them. I feel like I'm taking over the helm of a board that's going in the right direction. And it's all because of their leadership and commitment to this board to stand strong when things got tough, to be diplomatic and very proactive in their policies. And I appreciate them being here before me and leaving this board in such good shape. As board chair, I will certainly work collaboratively with the electeds, with the department heads, and with the county agencies. I'm sure you all realize that. I don't have a whole lot of partisan politics. I'll work well with everybody. I'm a very bipartisan person on all of this. and I appreciate the unanimous vote. I do have some ideas that, some things that I'd like to take care of and get this board into, and I think we've all discussed a bunch of things. I'm open to all of your ideas on where you'd like to see this board go in the next couple years. I'll be bringing some of those ideas out in the next few meetings. In closing, I'd like to just say that I want this board to continue to be taken seriously as a co-equal partner in government, and also by continuing to be proactive, not just active, but proactive in our legislative duties, because that's what we've been, and I'm very proud to be on this board and see how we've come along in this, these last 6 years. Again, I'd just like to thank you for placing your trust in me, and I pledge to work with you and for you as your board chair. So thank you very much. Next on the
Chair.
agenda, oh, I'm sorry,
Chair
excuse me.
Smith, I just want to ask you, can we have members of your family introduce them? I saw your 2 kids here, and you have a wonderful family, and I don't know if the other commissioners know who they
No,
are.
thank you.
If that's okay.
You know, that's great. I'm sure they'd love it. All right, well, we'll start with the little guy shaking his head. That's my son, Devin. This is my other son, Troy, next to him. My mother's right behind them, Stella Smith. My sister, Lisa, her husband, Joe, my lovely wife, Felicia, and my daughter, Sierra. So, thank you. Now, next on the agenda is the election of a vice chair of the Board of Commissioners. Are there any nominations for vice chair? Commissioner Brown.
Yes, I'd like to nominate Jim Carabelli from Shelby Township to be our vice chair.
Okay, Commissioner Carabelli has been nominated for board chair. Are there any other nominations?
I'll second.
We don't need that yet, but.
I'd like to nominate Veronica Kleinfeld.
Yes, Veronica Kleinfeld. Excuse me for one.
Chair. I was going to say that you'd have to go
We're going to do
around
this
and-
verbally on this one since it's new here. But, so a motion was made to elect both Commissioner Carabelli and Commissioner Kleinfeld. For Commissioner Carabelli, is there a second for it? Or is there any other nominations? I'm sorry.
Chair, I think what you would do was, in this situation, if I'm not mistaken, you would go around and people would name who they want, like we do when we're appointing to a commission and we have more than, more people than we have. And then when somebody has a majority, then there will be a motion made to, that's what I would think. I mean, Scott may disagree.
And that's fine. I think, though, we do need a second for both of them. We don't need a second. It's on the
Motion to close nominations.
motion to close nominations. Okay. Want to run with that? Is there a motion to close nominations of the?
So moved.
So moved. Support by Duje, moved by Toko.
So there are a couple of ways we could do this. There are a couple of ways we could do this. Commissioner Kleinfeld suggested one way that it can be done. You can, like you do with other appointees, just go around and ask each person to designate who they're voting for, and when you get a majority, you're done, or you can take and vote on them one at a time, however you prefer to do it, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chairman, can we have a vote on closing nominations?
Yes.
Yes. All in favor of closing nominations for
Yes.
vice chair? All opposed? Okay. So we're going to do it the way that Commissioner Kleinfeld recommended. So the clerk would call the roll, and everybody would indicate where their preference lies.
Perfect.
Commissioner Brown,
Commissioner Jim Carabelli.
Commissioner Calvelli, Commissioner Jorlet, Commissioner Duje,
Kleinfeld.
Commissioner Kleinfeld,
Kleinfeld.
Commissioner Kraft,
Commissioner Carabelli.
Commissioner Lolini.
Leonetti?
Lolini?
Commissioner, not for Leonetti. Commissioner Veronica Kleinfeld.
Good. Commissioner Lucido, Commissioner Majewski,
Kleinfeld.
Commissioner Romano,
Carabelli.
Commissioner Salver,
Carabelli.
Commissioner Smith,
Carabelli.
Commissioner Toko.
Kleinfeld.
I didn't have no,
Great.
it's supposed to do it automatically.
Right. The vote is 7 votes for Commissioner Carabelli and 6 for Commissioner Kleinfeld. So Carabelli wins as the
Vice.
elected vice chair.
They just said that they're
Thank you. Any speeches? No? Yes. Next is the election of the Sergeant at Arms. Are there any nominations for the Sergeant at Arms?
I nominate Elizabeth Lucido to be Sergeant at Arms. Support.
Great. Commissioner Lucido has been nominated. Are there any other nominations for Sergeant at Arms?
Motion to close nominations.
Motion by Duge to close nominations, support by Brown. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? All right, so Commissioner, are we going to have this on the screen?
We have that on the screen. Do we want to do a vote or do you
We'll
want
do
to
it. Let's just do a voice vote.
I
That's
think
fine.
Leon needs to vote
Can-
on his iPad.
We're going to do a voice vote on it.
Brown is still not in.
Brown's still not in. Let's just do it this way. So, all in favor of Elizabeth Lucido, Commissioner Lucido as Sergeant at Arms, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? We have a Sergeant at Arms. Thank you. Oh, do we need a motion?
Need a motion.
So,
Scott, there was a motion to close nominations, but there was never a motion to elect.
Just rectify it.
all right, we're working out the kinks on this here. Folks, we do need a motion apparently to nominate Commissioner Lucido, or to elect, I'm sorry, Commissioner Lucido. So moved by Carabelli, support by Duge. All in favor? Aye. All opposed?
Yeah, reapplaud.
Yes. Commissioner Lucido has been nominated or elected as Sergeant at Arms. Thank you for taking that on. Yes. All right, agenda item number 7 is adoption of the board rules of procedure. Is there a motion to adopt the proposed board rules of procedure?
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Drollet, supported by Commissioner Carabelli. Motion to adopt the proposed rules. Is there anyone who wishes to speak on this matter?
Yeah, from what I received in materials.
Hold on one second.
Sorry. Oh, did I?
Let's get you on the list.
Yeah, I did put that in there, I think. Yep.
So Commissioner Kleinfeld was first on this list she buzzed first.
I'm a quick draw.
Commissioner Kleinfeld.
Thank you, Chair. In the past, we have usually extended the existing board rules for about a month to give us time in government ops to go over rules. I agree that we should go ahead and adopt these. I don't have any problem with that. But I would like in the next month to have the opportunity. First, I'd like time to compare these against our old ones so I'm really understanding what's changing in here. But to get input from board members as to whether or not there are any rules that any of us are interested in changing, so we could adopt these and then maybe amend them after a government ops meeting if that's okay.
That's fine. I agree with you, and our council says that is not in contradiction to our rules.
Thank you.
Commissioner Leonetti.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I addressed the same thing Commissioner Kleinfelter said. I didn't have a chance to see the other rules, so I didn't really know what to compare against. And also, in the email I received from Ms. Dibb, it indicated that our council had suggested these rules, and there was maybe about 7 substantive changes. I would like some time to maybe discuss with him to elaborate why those changes were necessary, and just to compare them with the other rules, and hopefully it sounds like we'll have that opportunity.
Agreed. Anyone else wish to speak on the matter? Okay. Motion to adopt the proposed board rules of procedure has been made by Drollet and seconded by Carabelli. Commissioners, please vote on your iPad.
Yay!
Crystal?
You technological wizard, you. He's ready for IT.
We need a verbal vote from Commissioner Brown only.
Yes.
Thank you. Great. The vote passes 13-0. The rules of the board have been adopted. Great. Next, we have approval of committee assignments. The staff has just distributed a list. Crystal, does everybody have a list?
No, not yet.
Just give us 1 second here.
And Chair, while they're passing that out, before we adjourn, could we get an opportunity to speak, maybe congratulate some people? Thank you.
First, is there a motion to approve the committee assignments? Then we can speak at it. Moved by Myjack. Is there a second? Commissioner Kraft, I'm sorry. Is there anyone who wishes to speak on the matter?
I think this is.
Commissioner Duge.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think it's a great idea to make Commissioner Drollet Vice Chair of Infrastructure and Economic Development. He's gone so far with IT today, I can't be prouder of him. I think he'll be a tremendous asset to the county. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you for those comments. Sure, Commissioner Drollet appreciates them. Commissioner Myjack.
Thank you, Chair. I believe all the commissioners are on all these committees. Actually, the audit, I don't think so, but every other committee here is a committee of the whole. All 13 commissioners are on there. My suggestion for some of the new commissioners, obviously within each committee falls certain jurisdiction and responsibilities. It might be a good idea to take a tour of those various departments or talk to some of those department heads. I don't know how you want to go about that, Mr. Chair, if you had anything in line for some of the new commissioners coming on board for something like that, but it's just a suggestion to the new commissioners. Thank you.
Well, in the last 10 minutes since I've been chair, I have not come up with that plan yet, but I will be looking into it, and we are going to ask all these departments to come in and give us a little brief history on what they do to help everybody out, especially the new commissioners. I also would implore the chairs of these committees to include your vice chairs in these decision-making, in the agenda making of these meetings, so that they actually can be a part of what's going on and learn, because most of the vice chairs are the new people, and that's the best way for them to learn, is to get them involved. But so we had a motion, and it was seconded. And we've had anyone else wish to speak on it? No one? All right, commissioners, it's up for a vote on your iPad. Do we need a verbal from anybody? We good? Nope. Motion passes 13-0. Great. Agenda item number 9 is the meeting schedule. Staff created 2 meeting calendars based on some of the issues that some of the commissioners had. So we're going to just look at, I guess, give me 1 second here. There might be we might have to do this the same way we did for vice chair. Is there a motion to adopt the meeting schedule option A, which, let me give you one.
Oh, there's two options.
Well, let me explain just real quick. There's an option A and an option B. And option A is the morning meetings. Option B looks at afternoon meetings. Give me 1 minute with this.
Yeah. There's been a lot of requests for afternoon.
All right, so since this has never been done like this before, but we're going to look at this, let's look at option A. Is there a motion to adopt option A on the schedule, which is the morning meetings? Yes. Commissioner Carabelli.
Yeah, I don't know, just hit the button. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Question, there was some concern by myself and a few other people at the 3 o'clock. I'm asking, instead of Tuesdays, how difficult will, if we took the Tuesdays on either option, this looks like option B, most people were inclined to, and move the Tuesdays to Monday. Is that possible? The meetings.
Anything is possible. We have to adopt these board these meetings within a certain amount of time. Give me 1 second here to figure out how best to do this, because I don't think this is really the best way to go about this with this. Hold on a second.
Chair?
Commissioner Kleinfeld, I know we haven't proposed or,
Right.
Go ahead.
If I'm not mistaken, the thing that we're required to adopt in a certain time period is the full board meetings, which would be much easier, which would allow us some time to look at the others. Am I correct on that? I don't believe that committee meetings have to be adopted in a certain time frame. Would I be correct on that?
The full board meeting calendar has to be adopted tonight.
Okay.
Because the full board is, the first meeting is tonight. The committees would each have to adopt their calendars then at their first meeting of this year.
Oh, okay. We haven't done that.
Because all of the committees are a public body under the Open Meetings Act, and they're obligated at their first meeting to adopt their annual calendar.
Say that again?
The Open Meetings Act requires that at the first meeting of the calendar year, the public body is to adopt its meeting calendar. Okay? Each committee is a public body. So each committee could adopt its calendar at its initial meeting if you didn't want to do it tonight. Or the board could adopt the committee calendar for the committees, because they're all committees of the board.
Okay.
Some look from Corp Council. Are you disagreeing, Jen?
No, not.
Okay.
Good. Are you still?
Well, I was just going to make a motion just to adopt the full board meetings. Unless you want it.
Option A or B?
An option A or B?
Option B.
Do we have a second for that? Support from Commissioner Kraft. So as I'm seeing this, you're making a motion just to adopt Schedule B, just the full board meetings, and then we can move on from here and start discussing the other meetings at the individual committee structure meetings, which I think is probably a better idea to go with.
That's correct. And
So,
He did say we can adopt the committee agendas at the full board, but if you, like Commissioner Carabelli would like time to talk with you, if you want to do that on the 26th, we can do that on, because the one that has to be done tonight is the full board. So that's up to you.
so we have a second for that. Is there any comment on this? All right, Commissioner Romano.
Yeah, but I'm Italian, I can talk loud, I don't need the microphone. The committees themselves, I would think by the time we have the next full board meeting, could discuss among themselves as far as what time they want to meet, if that's appropriate, Mr. Chairman, or to the, to our attorney, and they could set up the meetings and then publish them at the second full board meeting. Does that sound like we could do that?
Yeah.
They're all committees of the whole. You've only got one committee meeting scheduled between now and the next full board meeting, and that's just finance.
That's correct.
Finance could make a recommendation and the full board could approve it.
Okay. So we can do the committee meetings at the next meeting, if that's what you're looking at. I think that's what this motion is looking at, and I agree with it. Anybody else wish to speak on this matter? Commissioner Sauger.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, are you going to get a thing from each commissioner, what preference they have on times? You know?
Set this out. Yeah,
because
Commissioner Sauger, that has been out to everybody, and it will stay out, and we will look at that for the next meeting. Everybody will be in some type of discussion on preference on the times on this. But right now, it looks like we're going to move to and vote on setting the option B full board for the rest of the year, and we'll take care of the committee meetings at the next finance meeting.
Board.
Correct, just full board tonight. So we have a motion and a second. Any more discussion? All in favor of adopting option B, full board meeting only for the year of 2017? Oh. Yep, on your, please vote on your iPads.
all right.
Okay, that passed 13-0. We do need a motion now to schedule the finance meeting.
Make that motion.
What date is it? On the 25th. Who's Commissioner Myjack?
I'd like to make the motion, please.
We're going to keep that at 9 a.m. right now, so there's going to be a 9 a.m. Meeting. So Commissioner Myjack.
Finance on the 25th?
Yes. That's the next one on the schedule right there. So that's what we'll look at. We have a second for that? Commissioner Carabelli? Any discussion on that? We can do an iPad vote or a hand. All right, please vote on your iPads. Okay, the motion passes. 11 to 1 to 1 abstention for some reason, but it did pass. Okay, thanks.
Yes. Mr. Chairman, I'd like to know why the vice chair abstained.
Andre, we'll have a little time to talk in this right here. Motion by Commissioner Duge. Is there a second to adjourn? Please give me Commissioner Leonetti. Motion has been made. Is there anyone who wishes to speak?
Thank you. It's an odd way to do it, but I just wanted to congratulate the officers, and I wanted to tell you that I think that we have great faith in you, and we know that you're going to do a good job, and we're happy you're in that position. Thank you.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Anybody else wishing to speak? Seeing no one wishing to speak, a motion has been made to adjourn. Please vote on your iPads. Okay, it didn't pass. No one wants to adjourn. I'm just kidding. Motion passed. We are adjourned. Thank you very much, everybody.